We then progressed to awkwardly fallow dinner and ended with everyone going back to their chambers except for Justin, who wanted to meet up with Smithy of the castle. Donado or something.
Donaldo. Nee, Piero Donaldo.
Yeah, something like that. Let's see.
Piero Donaldo.
Yeah,
His
Piero,
friend.
one of the Ninja Turtles. No. Yeah, Ramon got upset.
Yeah, Ramon.
Cecilia wanted to eat us and doesn't take us seriously.
Mm.
And Justin is pretty sure. I don't know if we actually talked about this in the group, but I'm pretty sure that we're needed for something. Ramon is trying to show the value of us. It's just called McCormick brand curry powder. All right.
So
Gonna
Ramon
be.
was upset because he offered me to stay at the castle and I denied because I still want to do the forest thing with you guys.
And some
And
adventuring.
afterwards, I could imagine living there for a time, but also we want to do the Haber, the port stuff, so it won't be a long-term thing, but a short-term thing definitely.
Yeah, building a harbor is going to take some time though.
So that is a good place to crash at first, for me, at least. Also, I need a laboratorium. The laboratory
Yeah.
for cloning myself. So this could be a good opportunity to make my first clone.
Weird.
Um, yeah, he was really upset about it. I think he had something in mind with my capabilities, perhaps, or so. Or he was just really happy to see me again. I doubt that, but who knows? Hello, Ryza.
Oi. Not hearing you yet. Right?
Anything else? We got to know this Harp fella. He is in the hierarchy the lowest, I guess, Martino De Calco.
Ooh, but he wanted to drop something, right? He wanted to give you some information or something, meet you in private, in secret.
No,
He wanted to talk to Miru in private.
yeah.
Yeah, to Miro. Oh.
And Miru got the feeling that she
Ooh.
knows him from anywhere.
What if they did the genocide on the lizard people and drove them into the forest?
Oh, that would be sad.
I mean, we didn't really care for the rurals that showed their victories, but there were lizards up there, Justin saw. But
Yeah?
he didn't say something yet. Yeah.
Oh,
They definitely killed some lizards. I don't know how many.
I guess they killed anything a little bit, perhaps.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
who
this
doesn't in this continent?
I don't know. I don't know. There's differences between survival and this castle that is built upon
Well,
thousands of lives.
yeah, but they have now they have their aim, so they are now safe and drive for other things, so we can use that against the UNT. Oh yeah, we got to know that they don't like the UNT.
But
That
also
they
that they don't care about leaving the castle. They're still waiting for something or someone.
not
Be-
me, definitely not.
Like when they said we just stopped searching for crew members of long lost times, then for them it might be that they stopped like maybe yesterday, but maybe 100 years ago because they don't care about time now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I have to it. Is Ryza back?
No.
I
Oh
mean, yeah,
yeah.
she is. Yeah, she is. Yo,
Hey.
yo, yo, yo. So I think
Yeah,
is
she's
that recap enough?
Yes, that was very nice.
And if you go into the private room area, you can go through doors, and they will change to your desire.
Yeah, it's perfect.
They changed the rooms to your
I'm-
desire.
I'm the only one who hasn't gotten this fancy room yet.
That's right.
Yeah. Kind on purpose you didn't, but I can't prevent it now. You will cause a paradox, I'm very sure.
On purpose, I didn't?
Yeah, just inject you into his room, right?
Yeah. I had no
Yeah,
intent
you
of it.
didn't know, but I did it on purpose so you didn't get a room.
You did? Why?
Yeah, because if you would have gotten a room, I feared that it would have been a room that would have upset you or someone in the castle, or even something impossible to create for this castle. So you would have been, let's see and find out what it turns actually out to be, because I can't prevent it when I'm not there. But yeah, I wanted to have
Well,
the
that
dinner first without any complications.
was surprisingly sneaky. I didn't think that you did it on purpose.
Neither did I. That was. Wow.
I think neither of us saw that.
So we adjourned dinner at this point?
Yeah.
Yes, the dinner is over. Most have left, and I believe everyone has left by this point, except the bard Martino de Calco.
Who took me to the Donado? Was it
Uh,
Ramon?
no, I believe it was Nardo who took
Okay.
you to Donato.
All right, then maybe the others first, and then.
So, but on the map still Leto is here. I don't know if that is on purpose. Leto. And I think they didn't left on the last session.
Okay, I'm just having some internet issues, so I might just end up switching to my sorry. I might end up just switching to my phone. Okay, all right. So, where are we? So, who's going to start, I suppose?
Mm.
I go to Nardo and say, are we going to walk or teleport?
He says we walk. We walk. There is no need yet. There is no need yet to teleport.
Oh, that's grand. Then
And
we'll
I
be
don't
on
want-
our way.
And I don't want to be too much in Ramone's debt.
Oh, he takes tabs on the teleports. Good to know.
I don't mind.
Right, I see you guys later then in our rooms.
Okay. Goodbye. Don't get eaten.
Be careful.
No, that was a
Say-
joke.
Saying that about his own friends.
That was a joke. Everybody knows.
It takes you around 1 hour of walking to get to Donato's chamber. Do you want to do anything for this time?
Yeah. On the way there, I'm going to chat up Nardo and say, so, awkward dinner's over. Gotta pass it, right?
He shrugs. He doesn't really seem to be that talkative. He is walking with determination, but at the same time with suspicion, keeping a constant eye, as if always on alert.
Oh, he notices that I'm always on observation as well. Do I notice anything with my observant skill while walking down the halls? Do they shift? Do they lift? Do they give off
Yeah.
something?
There is the perception of space and even a bit of distance is very warped here, and because of your detect magic, you almost get a strange double vision of what is real and what is made or covered up with a form of illusion magic. It's like a mix of illusion and chronomancy that creates this incredibly odd perception, but it has been made on purpose. The rooms themselves shift, and there are signs on each of the doors. Sometimes the doors themselves move, changing the stone itself, warping to demonstrate what is actually inside of that room. Some of them showing more an image of a book, others a sculpture of a figure, like a nude figure. Overall, it is quite strange of a trip because everything feels and gives you the impression that the stone itself is almost alive and watching you. You do catch some glimpses from time to time of these candle creatures, these candle constructs that are alit and watching you, both creating the light but at the same time focusing on you as an interesting creature, as if reporting to some unknown entity of your every footstep.
Do I notice any odd signs of rooms, like slaughter room or energy core room or any odd room?
You need to make a perception check. Because the rooms themselves also don't really seem to want to reveal themselves to you.
Perception.
Yes.
It's an 18.
Okay, alright.
I have only one. We didn't really rest in something, so I only have one dice left. Okay.
Do you use it or no?
No. It's
Okay.
an 18.
Okay. 18. With an 18, yes, there are some impressions of images of drawing of blood, an image also of what seems to be a tombstone, and another one which just has food on it.
All right. I'll just keep that to myself and walk along. So, how are you gonna repay that debt to Ramone? Is everyone like contributing rent to this place? Sounds like everyone's just going to keep making debt.
He turns to you. Not turning his entire body, but sort of keep just stopping for a moment, doing a sort of half turn to you and says, I am. We have arrangements between ourselves. We come to the defense of each other. But that doesn't mean that we enjoy being in each other's debt. I'm sure you understand. You also have a group.
Well, I guess I have it figured out a different way. Whatever you give, you give. You can't ask for something in return. But if you made a deal, then if you don't get what was expected, the deal is off. And I don't think that's then friendship anymore, you know?
Ramone is no one's patron. Don't worry about that. Wait, he says, and suddenly rushes to hide behind a column, grabbing your clothes as well, trying to grab you.
You know, I wasn't worried before, but now I kinda am.
Shh! Silence!
Yeah, I'll try my best.
She's
then,
coming.
yeah. Who's coming? Who's coming?
I'll tell you what. You hear this roar. It's a low roar, but still of a feminine pitch. And it echoes throughout these halls. You hear this voice shouting, grabbing clearly some sound of clanking metal, as if, and you understand that whatever it is, this woman is grabbing on one of the candle creatures, and says, "Where are they? Where are they? I was told. I just spoke to Juto. He told me about the armor. Where are they?" The armor, in a sort of metallic voice, responds, "I was not informed, I was not instructed," and then you hear the sound of steel clashing on steel, and a roar as she cleaves the armor in half, cleaves the construct in half. "Useless creatures!" And she continues to storm off, paying no real attention, as Nardo will actually cast Pass Without Trace to keep both of you hidden.
Oh, nice. 24 then.
And he will say, "She is angry. Do not make a sound."
So the only one we didn't meet yet is Martinella. Is that her?
Yes. She storms past, not recognizing, or not seeing, not spotting either of you.
Oh god.
Again, as she walks for like 15 minutes, you hear the echoes of her rage as she destroys another one of the constructs and roars in rage.
Yikes.
"Where is my husband's killer?"
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oops.
oopsie daisy. By killer, do you mean who killed her husband? I certainly didn't.
He drops the spell, and as she has stomped and marched past, you feel this aura of rage leaving with her, almost like a stream that has been, almost as if the air itself has been tainted by her very presence.
Oh,
Seems to fade after a bit. She says, Nardo says, "That was closer than I wanted it to be."
yeah, I don't
You are
know.
not very good at fighting, are you?
I am on the right circumstance. There was some preparation involved, and I am in my comfort zone. I could have even tried better, but knowing you, how you fight, I thought we'd be fine.
Yes, well, we are fine now.
You know, I think we drop her to a knee before she reaches us. Between the two of us, you've got some pretty okay aim.
I would rather not try. She can be very resilient when angry.
Oh yeah, we saw that. Oof. So now you know you don't have to keep this whole front about everyone's getting along inside this castle. Clearly not. You know.
Not everyone gets along, but you are guests, and I think that she was hunting at you. Or
No, I
what-
didn't kill her husband. I didn't. She was trying to find a killer. Do you know who the killer of her husband is?
I don't know, but I saw that Juto was looking at your friend, the paladin, and maybe not him, but something about him. I don't know.
Check. Inside check.
Go
Is he
ahead.
just blatantly lying in my face? I've rolled a 22.
Ah, okay, all right. Do tell me the rolls, because there's definitely a delay on
No.
on my end.
Alright, don't worry. 22.
Okay, 22. He is not. He is saying that. First of all, what you do see, the first thing that you do see that is strange is there is definitely a look of fear in his eyes, and there are actually drops of sweat coming down his brow. He is genuinely terrified of her. And he is not lying to you. He is saying what he thinks. He's not entirely sure, but he is more like like throwing a line into a pond, like hoping to catch something, but at the same time he's not exactly sure.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll.
He does say he does. There is definitely also something that he doesn't like about Mist, but he was the one who sat closest to Mist, so probably the one who was more affected by Mist's aura or presence.
It would be. Yeah, you're talking about our friend Mist. He's having a hard time here with everyone because he's affiliated with the goddess. Makes it kind of hard to hang around with all these stink, and he does hang around with us.
You mentioned stink. He looks at you, and you finally catch a glimpse of the deep colors of his eyes, and they seem to have somewhat shifted from this brown to this yellowish color, and have almost a cat-like feature to them.
Don't take it personally, please. We just can't help but to say what we think out loud, and it's mostly scientific and objective, which makes it easy for me to talk about stuff others don't. I don't put any judgment on it, But let's just be honest. If people die and they rot, they start to stink, and you surrounded the castle with loads of them, so it's something that is appalling to a goddess's nature. And in the same sense, I've seen all the dogs stay at a distance from Mist because they didn't like his stink.
Seems that we might have incompatible stinks, if you put it that way.
You made a joke, Nato. Wow. Yeah.
What?
He looks at you. He's not entirely aware that he had the intention of making a joke.
I guess it is nice to meet other people sometimes, eh?
He does not smile.
No, me neither. Such a weird conversation.
He continues.
Yeah, me too. After that, there's
The
not much to
conversation
talk about.
will be mostly like this, sort of awkward between two people who have not really talked with many people in a very long time.
Oh, it ended after this exchange for Justin. He was there for the rest of the walk.
All right. Well, then
He's totally fine.
He's not going to start the conversation, and you do see that he is more relieved and less on guard now that she has moved past him. There are remnants of her destruction on both crumbled constructs that are being cleaned up by others, but also markings on the wall. Not exactly on the wall, but on the massive columns. These seem to be the columns that are almost wide enough to hold up the entirety of the sky, and she has cleaved at least 15 feet into them with one blow.
I'll take back what I said earlier, that between the two of them it would have been easy to drop her to one knee. I don't even know if Bullet could do harm to her.
You just notice that his hand tenses on his as he grabs his longbow.
What was her husband's name?
he says, not even turning, I think even she has forgotten.
Oh, so yeah, okay. Well, actually, we have a book with us. A book from Goro with a lot of names of people who went with Goros. Like Latu's name is in there.
Latu.
Maybe, yeah,
You
Klatu's
mean
name was.
Mortimer.
Morty.
Sorry, yeah, Morty.
Yes.
Lil Rascal Morty, right?
Again, he seems to be completely mirthless. Like, there is not even a hint of joy in him. And he says, maybe we could take a look at it later.
Yeah, just flip
I
through
am
it
not
when we
sure,
get back.
but I am not sure if reminding her of her husband's name is a good idea.
No, but for you, maybe it's interesting what, whenever you come into a clutch situation, maybe saying that name will get you out of it.
Or maybe she will become more angry.
Yeah, but maybe it confused her for a moment enough for you to escape. That's how I thought about it.
I'll weigh the odds.
Oof, tough place to live at. Your roommates going around carving into the walls like crazy. Whoa.
Not everyone is like her.
Oh, I'm quite eager to meet Mr. Piero Donato. See, I mean, obviously not as sociable as you, but what's he like?
He is dedicated
That's good.
and a born killer.
Ooh,
You
then he
start
like
hearing
me.
now the echoes of clanging, distant, faint,
Yeah. It makes
and
me pick up the pace.
becoming louder with each footstep.
Oh, come on,
Nardo
rituals.
says, I will not approach from
Why?
here.
Why would you not? It's so exciting. Nardo, do you have beef with that guy as well?
We all have histories.
Just, yeah, beef. All right. I don't expect you to be there when I get back, but feel free to, you know.
I will not be here. Maybe Donato can present you a portal.
If he does not, can I just call out to Ramon, or do I have to find my way back? Just
Speak to one of the constructs.
I'll find one. All right. Thank you very much, Nardo. You good to get a good rest.
Okay. Nardo just slowly walks backwards until he just fades into the shadows and disappears. You see only the brief glow of his bright yellow eyes staring at you one last time before they are gone.
After they vanish, I yell, I think you're doing a good job of protecting Leto. You really do. Yeah. And I go towards the smithy. And I'm happy to make a cut here for the others. Let's.
You hear only in response the creak of a pulled string from the longbow, as if someone was analyzing, or maybe he was analyzing whether or not this was an insult, and deciding not to shoot.
Nice. Took it as a compliment.
Okay, all right. Well, shall we jump to someone else, or would you want to continue this?
I think it's fair to see what the others are doing in their room, and then if they go, yeah, I'm going to bed, blah blah blah, then I think it's fine to continue. But so they
Right.
can start something, and it makes sense in the time.
I would probably just study some of the books that are in my room,
Okay.
and also the one that you pointed out, like
Blood rituals,
yeah,
blood alchemy was it?
Yes, blood alchemy. Okay. Make a a nature, arcana, or history check
Ooh.
when reading the book.
Does the outcome change depends on what I take?
A bit.
I think I have this.
Okay, what is the roll?
24.
24. Okay, all right. History, okay. All right. The book almost opens itself to you and shifts almost willingly between various pages, as if wanting to show and also not show what its secrets are. The words themselves also try in an attempt to confuse you by often switching languages in the middle of the sentence. But you are able still to decipher it. It seems to be an account. This takes you quite some time to analyze it carefully, but you are able to with dedication, preparation, and maybe some chemical help. But you are able to find that it describes what seems to be the core practice of merging different types of blood from different sorts of creatures and even some materials that exist in the wild, almost like making a potion and shifting, creating some sort of permanent effect upon the ingestion of said potion. It is called blood alchemy, and it does carry some very strongly permanent outcomes. Explaining as well in some detail the potential virtues of even grafting different types of limbs and of creatures to yourself in an attempt to merge with it through this process as well, that is helped with the concept of this blood alchemy. They talk a lot about this ingredient that is referred to. It is called black blood, and it is referred to with some importance. In some cases, it's also called the Titan's blood, but it is more often referred to as black blood. And it seems to be a key ingredient, something that is also part of the nature and deep history of this entire continent. Perhaps almost like the secret ingredient that allows this sort of alchemy to work together. The process itself, you are able to replicate a bit of the extent of the book, because again, the book is sort of like an instruction manual at the same time that it has some philosophical musings and then have some delves into parts of the alchemical process itself and metaphysical theories about how the universe works and why this alchemy stuff works. You really don't know which one of these vampires could have written this sort of treatise. But it's incredibly complicated and very magically bound. What you definitely understand is the process of becoming what they have become required grafting, ungrafting, and drinking various potions. It required an entire process that was incredibly painful. Like, they must have cut off, literally, excess limbs that grow from this process, because they will grow, like, necessarily. If you mix it with a lizard, for example, to get some rejuvenation, you will get a tail, and that needs to be cut in a way.
Oh,
Damn.
that need to be cut.
Oh, sorry. All of these must have suffered tremendously.
I'm gonna take a lot of notes to present to the party later.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you also want to try to know anything in specific from this book?
Maybe
Or this
if
general
I
description?
can find it out, what are the effects like of different applications or different procedures?
Okay. The applications are quite varied, but and it's in this case there isn't as comprehensive of a list of the immediate effects, but there are general adaptations that they have, and they show also some of the creatures that they have hunted, going from coatls to even beholders and other types of monstrosities. There is a strange form of bestiary included at the end of the book. And it explains how each part of each creature can serve different things. The biggest creature that they have fought, they show, is actually the. I forgot the name. Second.
Uxaphon?
No, not Uxaphon.
Okay, good.
The King Musa.
Hmm.
And it only has a drawing of one of his fingers.
So they made King Musa.
Either they made King Musa or they hunted King Musa.
But there's a connection to the murder forest there for sure. At least that.
Yes. There is also, and this is for sure as well, a section on plants, but it is underdeveloped. Clearly someone didn't really pay that much attention or didn't really bother writing it down. The writing becomes very haphazard and definitely not as detailed, more based on sort of intuitions, as if someone has been sort of forced to write it down and wrote only the bare minimum. But there are examples of different sorts of mixes of this black blood with plants and fungus.
Oh, the fungus. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just gonna make a lot of notes of everything, and yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. That is what Oraba is doing. The rest of you, Mist, do you want to do anything in particular?
I'd like to go see this room that everyone else went into, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens in my room.
Alright. Okay. The room opens, and it seems to at first react adversely to your presence, seemingly shaking and contorting the stone, and for the first time you actually see the stone sort of cracking as it bends. But it then moves to stabilize itself and imitate a sort of a mix of an armory with a shrine to your goddess. But the image of the goddess is faded. Like her face is emptied. Like she has not a blank expression, but no face at all. and the stone seems to not entirely be settled by this performance, let's say. And the statue itself is in constant flux, as if it is trying but cannot replicate or even imitate the face of the goddess. A face that you would recognize, something that is made, it's very common to have artistic depictions of goddesses and such, but in this case it remains unfinished. And not purposefully so, but almost as if it cannot finish it. The room, other than that, has the same idyllic qualities as everyone else, keeping in mind and even observing part of your clerical nature with this shrine and this more paladinesque nature with this sort of armory and training room. If there is anything else that you would want in the room, you can also feel free to describe.
No, not specifically.
Okay, all right.
Not at the moment, anyway.
Okay.
Maybe something needs to appear at some point.
In this room specifically, there is a barrenness that extends beyond somewhat the somewhat simplicity of the other rooms. The other rooms are not simple. They're not in any way minimalistic, but they have an overall sort of not exactly a lack of decor, but a lack of any sort of artistic expression beyond the necessary in these vaulted Gothic ceilings. But your room is particularly devoid of this. And when you move around the room, you can feel that the stone seems to suffer slightly as you approach, suffering from your very aura.
Ooh, okay. This place may not survive me. Let alone us surviving it.
I knew you would cause a paradox.
Okay. As you enter the room, Mist, and look around and analyze all of this, what do you want to do?
You said there was an armory, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just kind of casually look over the weapons and any armor that may be on display.
Okay. They are definitely very well made, very polished armors. You can tell just by their quality that they are at least of +2 quality. And there are all sorts of weapons and assortments. There is a particular style, and it does echo some very strong points of your own armor that you are wearing. Your armor and your weapon.
Is there a shield?
There is a shield, yes.
Is it magical as well?
Yes, everything is of +2 quality.
I wonder if I could acquire that shield.
You can take it from the wall. The shield remains there. It has clearly been made with a lot of with a lot of effort, and it does show in the shield itself this image. Almost, it's like one creature circling another around the center. One with a sword, what seems to be a sort of human or humanoid, defeating a snake or snakeoid creature. Almost like a snake humanoid creature. It's like these two are locked in battle against each other. Kind of almost like in the position of a yin and yang symbol, you know?
I like it.
In a sort of low relief way. So it is carved into the metal itself, and it depicts what could have been a real battle. Do you want to make a history check?
Yes, please.
Nice.
Okay,
Ooh, I actually
that
rolled
is
well.
okay. 22. With a 22, it actually strikes you as an a depiction of something that you've heard about, but never in such a sort of glorious way. It's a battle between an invader. You don't really know exactly whom, but it has been described, and it comes from this history of the Yuan Ti Empire. There was this battle once between this group of invaders that ended up setting fire partially to the capital itself. That is the reason for the formation, or one of the reasons for the formation of the guards that you ended up being a part of. And they had assassinated one of the Yuan Ti's kings. And this appears to show that, but from the opposite perspective, almost as if this was a glorious combat, a glorious duel, and not the raid and murder that you have been taught. You are now unsure of the veracity of either side of that story.
I strongly agree with this one, actually. I completely disagree, or have learned or decided not to trust the teachings of anything the auntie taught me. So, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I will attempt to take the shield with me.
Sure. The shield exists.
Okay.
I mean, the stuff that has been shown into the room has, in a way, the room has transported stuff that exists in the castle into this room. And what it has molded is the layout of the room itself. So anything that is made of stone is the room itself trying to mold to your liking. Anything that is not has actually been made and exists in the castle. So you could take it with you.
Sweet. Okay. Was not expecting to get loot in here.
Yeah.
I hope I'm allowed to take it. And I'm assuming there's like somewhere where I can do like herbalism.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I would like to just try to make some potions while I'm here, while I have time.
Okay. 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 Just from regular health potions?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. How much time would you want to dedicate to this? And what quality of potions would you want to make?
Greater healing potions, preferably.
Greater healing, that is level 3?
2.
Level 2, okay. Alright. So you can make around 2 per hour.
Okay. Did I get the impression that we're going to be here for the night, or?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have been invited to stay for the night. You have no real idea of the time that is outside because even though there is a window, it is constantly dark outside with because of this thunderstorm that lies up ahead. Sometimes you do see the crackling of lightning with the boom of thunder, and there is a strangely rhythmic quality to it. But you can try to make an intelligence check to decipher what exactly it is signaling.
Oh. Moon mist. Do it?
No,
Oh.
you have
Bam.
no.
Nope.
Okay, then can I make 2 graders and 2 regular healing potions, and I guess
Yeah, sure.
spend however long it takes to make those?
Sure. That would take yeah, so it's 2 per hour. So it would be an hour and a half for you to do that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that is missed.
Do I need to roll for
Uh,
that at all, or?
no, no. In this case, it's easy enough for you to make without rolling because also you've collected a bunch of stuff in the forest of magical plants. Okay. Right. So, Miru and Klaatu, do you want to do anything?
I would like to chill in my crib.
Hot
I
tub.
will go in there, and because I hate silence, I'm constantly talking to myself. That's also why I don't have a door, because I don't want to be alone. And so I chill a little bit in my jacuzzi with a fine book about necromancy, reading a little bit about cloning, and drinking myself with, well, not drinking myself, how do you say that? Drink wine for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few hours, I would get very bored and would go to the rooms of the others to not be alone anymore, and would invite them to sleep with, not with me, with in my bed with me, platonic, just sleeping together like all the days we normally do.
Well, I want to hear that conversation.
Yeah, okay, we can play that out at one point.
Okay. Well, I'll just pass the
Yes,
I guess initiative to Miru,
yes,
and then we'll play that out.
all right.
Miru, do you want to do anything specific?
Wait, what? Sorry.
Do you want to do anything specific during this hour to 2 hours, or even during the night?
Uh, uh, Miru would try to continue. So when she first got in the room, she was practicing showing to Shield, basically about the culture of shields in her tribe. What's the importance? How you design it, and all that. And she would like to would like to continue with that one where Miro is basically having a lecture, a session,
Oh,
history session,
Professor Miru.
which is about basically cultures and all that.
Okay, all right. Do you want to roll a performance or history check in your attempt to teach it to
Depends
Shield?
on which is my higher one. Let me see. They're both 0. Okay, I would go for performance, please.
Oh, nice.
Try to make it as interesting as I can with a 17.
Ooh.
Okay, all
Like
right. Well,
this is how you paint it, like how they like uh, so you paint here, like you write the most important, who you want to protect, you put it on the shield, and then this is how you do it, or you carve it like this. So the shield, if you put it in your shield, it reminds you what you fight for, and they basically you fight with them, and you protect them, and they fight for you, and they protect you also. And just making carvings, making painting the shields, like shaving them, like smoothing them, and all that.
Okay. The shield is definitely quite enthralled by this, and will even ask to be painted by you.
Okay, I mean,
Since it cannot paint, it will ask to be painted by you, and for you to also explain the symbolism of the colors and all of the brush strokes and such that you are doing to the shield. So this is a very strong bonding moment, and you feel like Shield is really getting very attached and really starting to really enjoy your presence and being friends with you,
okay.
learning and also asking questions about your culture, about all of these different aspects, about asking as well how you have been doing, how you feel about what has happened to you and your family and such, and it's a bonding moment.
All right. I go and start painting on bits on the side, I guess. But as I'm doing it, I'm gonna explain to Shiva and say, okay, I'm gonna show you how it's done. I'm gonna explain to you. But someday, since you are technically part of the family, you would have to do this for your own. You do know that, right? You you would have to make your own shield and put the
But
things that you think are important.
but I am your shield, so you paint me. I cannot paint. I
Well,
only have the mouth.
well, shields don't usually talk. I mean, you can talk, so I'm pretty sure in the future you can do a lot of things. I mean, there's nothing wrong with learning how to do it now. And if you have a
So
chance in the future, things that you think are important, things that you want to protect, you can put it in a not necessarily a shield, but in a form that you can see.
so do I paint you, or do I paint my own shield?
Well, that will be up to you. Where do you want to put your important things? Where do you want to put the things that you want to protect and the things that you think will protect you?
But I protect you. I care about you. So I paint me to protect you?
Miro like tilts her head. I guess if you think that's how it is, and then he starts stroking the shield, and you're also important, so you have to protect yourself also. Because if you don't protect yourself, how are you gonna protect me, right?
Well, I am sturdy. So
Well,
do not worry about me.
Miro like sputter, like taps her chest and say, "Don't worry about me. I'm a bit sturdy too. We're both sturdy, so let's protect each other and the rest of the party."
Okay. Shield seems really happy and gleeful. Kind of again like a young kid that has been tasked with this great purpose.
And I guess we'll continue with our uh, session, like performance. How do you describe these guys? Art class?
It's yours?
Is it an art class? Mm, okay. That's
It's a ritual.
So a ritual,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Okay.
guess.
I'm like, I got
So,
confused. I just wanted a very wholesome moment. It's like, what's
well, I mean, I felt it was wholesome.
now I got confused.
Um okay, so Klaatu then. Who are you going to interrupt then?
Um, so after a few hours lying in the bed, trying to sleep alone, really trying. Oh god, it's not
I mean,
happening
you're not
right now.
entirely alone because you have the constructs there with you, should you want to.
Yeah, well,
But I'm
that's the
not sure that
same.
helps.
No, not really. Not that I know now that I have friends. It's not a replacement anymore. So I stand up, go out of my room with no door, and the first door on the right side from me must be Oraba, right? Because Jason was the first, then Oraba, then me, then Miru,
I
then...
Oh, yes.
So I go to Oraba, knock on his door.
Okay, Oraba, you're still deep in your studies.
Knock, knock, knock. Oraba!
Bang the door.
Oraba, are you there? I opened the door. I opened the
Oh,
door
wait,
slightly.
he did write, be right back.
Oh yeah, okay, then I forgot. Then I
Oh
go
yeah, he
to...
You open the door, the lights go off, and
So nobody
you
answers.
hear some fake snoring sounds.
I peek my head a little bit, but see nothing really, and go, oh, shit, okay.
You're not, you enter Oraba's room and you find that he is doing something. He is definitely staring straight ahead, not even at the book, and he seems to have this mix of an empty stare, but at the same time, his mind or his eyes seem to be furiously working something. You're not sure if he's high or if he's studying, or maybe both.
Okay, I come back later. And I close the door very silently.
He does not even give you a reply.
Oh, man, that's sad. And I look in the empty hallway. Oh, perhaps Mist is up to something. And I go to Mist. Oh, I didn't saw his room even. Oh, and Miru's also not. Okay, let's see. I take I do rollies for this. 50-50. 1, 2, 3 is Miru. Okay, Miru. Then I go to Miru's door. Knock. Knock, knock, knock. Miru? Miru, can I come in?
that when you knock, the door just swings open. There's no lock on Miru's houses.
Oh, I
In
open it.
Miru's home, there's no locks on door. So when you knock a bit, it just swings with a creak. The
Oh,
door.
nice. I like it. No effort. Yeah, so I go in and I see the savannah, right?
Uh, a house that looks like her house in the savannah. I think that's how it is. With a fake view of the savannah on the window,
Ah, yeah.
with warm breeze coming in with from the fake window.
Hello, Miru?
Miru's Miru and Shield are one in the on top of the beams. You can hear voices over your head, and you can actually see them like sitting on one of the beams, and then they're like splotches of paints, wood carvings falling all over the floor.
Seems busy too. Uh, hmm, well, uh, I go a little bit in it and try to make eye contact to Miru, waving my arms. Perhaps she can see me. Miru, are you alright? What are you doing?
Here, come here. You should join us. Come on, it's fun. And Miru jumps from one wall, jumps out from one beam, slides on one the side, and just lands slightly on her feet.
Yeah, I can try that.
Like, do you see this room? See, this was my home. Look. So you can see that's my favorite spot. That's where I take my nap, and
Oh,
that's where I keep my old shields. And this is the kitchen where I cook food. Here, and then he's actually showing you around and jumping around.
I like it. Oh, that's
The room
interesting.
the room is not at all in the usual square format because obviously Miru's because they are all very good proficient climbers. The room is actually quite curved and almost imitates this tree-like structure, or maybe this tree, maybe a tree or perhaps a rock as well. She is obviously getting around with enormous ease, but you feel like you need to do an acrobatics check just to move around.
Let's say if you get to the kitchen, you have to climb like 2-3 beams.
I have a good day.
Right, you show a surprising amount of acrobatics.
Well, it's
Nice.
really clumsy, but I can do it, I guess.
Mira doesn't notice. She thinks it's normal.
That freaking man.
Oh, that's so interesting. It's all over the place, your room. It's funny. I like it.
Oh, but you have to. But you need space, right? You need to have it in different places, right? You can't put all in one square space.
Yes.
I mean, that's a bit boring, isn't it? And you can't stretch your tail and your legs and your arms.
It's totally, definitely like your mind, and I love it. It's not mine, but it's fine. Where do you sleep? On this branch?
No, over there. And she's like pointing like almost at the very top. It's nice and breezy at night, you know? It's nice and cool.
Okay.
Do you want to see?
Well, yeah, why not? I have nothing to do. I'm pretty bored.
And then she just climbs like maybe 3-4 like in the wall with a small like almost flat surface, and then jumps on the side. And Shield is, I imagine Shield is looking at you.
Slow and steady, Klaatu. Slow is safe, and safe is fast.
He is looking at you, but also reviewing some of the notes from your history class that you gave him. So Shield is looking strangely pensive and very odd, for a Shield.
It's a very smart Shield. Come on, guys.
So this is where I sleep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you feel it? Like, can you feel that slight breeze?
Yeah, I can feel it, and I should have brought me a scarf or so.
Oh.
I came from a very hot bath, so I'm feeling a little bit cold.
Klaatu, make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Okay, you fail. You are splattered right in your face by this very thick blue paste that tastes actually quite sweet. And Shield just says, "Ah, I painted it! I painted what I protect!"
Mira like stares a bit like surprised, and then like, oh yeah, well, I guess that works.
Oh,
that's so nice. You think you're one of the things that people he needs to protect.
It's nice. Tastes sweet, but it's kind of in my eyes. Can I clean it?
It does sting a little bit.
Maybe try to avoid the face. Maybe next time, Shield. Maybe around the arms.
Yeah, how about wait. And I put my hands in my face and try to rub it out of my eyes a little bit. So, does the hand works? Is hand fine in blue?
Yes. I mean, the paste does go into your hand as well. The stinging stops, but your whole forearm is just all blue now.
And I show to Shield. Is that all right? Is that fitting for you? Thanks for admiring myself to protect.
Shield seems to be quite happy, and you actually see this manifestation of two mage hands that the Shield has summoned. They glow with this very faint yellow, and the Shield claps.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Mira doesn't know that. Like, what?
It's not concerning at all.
Wow, you're very talented, Shield.
I mean, it's good now, so it's really not concerning.
Me as a player screaming at in the clip, shouting like, my shield is a wizard, damn it. I'm like shouting in my head like, what the?
Could be a sorcerer, you don't know.
Okay, yeah, could be a sorcerer.
Must
Okay,
be.
magic related.
So I use prestidigitation and clean my face and also my arm, but leave like I write here on the front palm, how you call it, I don't know, not the palm, the other side on my hand. A little blue,
The back of your hand.
yeah, the back of my hand, yeah, a little blue triangle form, so Shield can still be proud of what it done.
You feel like
Mirrors
Shield
really,
told you
like
when you were all blue. But
Mirrors been tapping Shield like proudly, like that. That's very good. That's very good.
Shield seems to be really, really proud of itself. But it cannot hold the mage hands for too long.
Oh, Shield, if you want to, I can teach you a few things, perhaps.
Shield looks really eager
Oh,
and says, "That would be so much fun. But I
yes.
feel tired now."
Me too, actually. Say, Miru and Shield, I would invite you to come over with me and sleep in my bed. Like always. We are always in the tiny hut together, and, well, to admit, I'm feeling pretty lonely here alone in my room.
Oh, now that you think about it, I think this is the first time we actually slept in different areas.
Yes.
We've always come together.
Hmm.
Should we grab the others?
Yeah!
Okay, and then Miro grabs Shield, and then she jumps down, like tap, and on the ground.
Oh no.
And then she goes to the door, and then she looks back at you, wondering why you didn't
Yeah.
follow her.
A step, 4 steps, like 30 seconds later or more.
Make another acrobatics check.
I would do, actually.
Okay.
Ah, yes!
There we have it.
We were
reaching,
hoping for
to
that.
see.
Let's be
reaching
honest.
clumsily for the first.
You fail completely. Like, resoundingly fail. And you end up actually taking 9 points of damage as you fall
Whack,
from
like multiple
from
beams.
around 10 feet, bumping into some of the rocks on the way. And you land, like, flat on your back.
And then Miro says, "Are you okay? But you're okay. You climbed easily earlier. What's
I hit a nerve, Miro. My back, it's killing me.
like? Is it here? Is it here? Like, and she's trying to stretch your leg.
Fuck, no, not my leg. Fuck, no, my back. You have to carry me. I can't go.
She grabs you and like carries you in the back, and she just runs to and as she leaves the room, she cries, Miss, Kratos hurt. I don't know what's wrong. He's really hurt.
According the plan.
What a con artist.
And getting the band together.
Hearing that Klaatu is hurt, I will run out of my room with
Miss.
sword drawn, shield up in front of me, ready for combat.
I think he broke his rib or his leg. He said a nerve. Where's a nerve? Is it in the head?
My back is hurting so much, Miss. I fell down on a rock.
When he says this, I just kind of, my shoulders just kind of slump, and the blade of the sun blade just kind of goes back into the hilt, and I start putting everything away, and I go up to him
Yeah. Missed.
and look at him a little bit, and then just cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, I need your water.
I'm carrying him like a sack of
Okay, that
potatoes.
didn't sound creepy at all.
So as facing Mist?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that feels so good. Oh, holy fuck. I love your
Wow.
water. Oh, the pain is gone.
You
I can't
know,
stand.
Klata, you're not making this awkward at all.
Oh, oh, sorry, but that's how I react to so much comfort you're giving me. I'm
And
sorry.
are you okay? And Miro tries to drop you down gently as she can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I can stand again. Oh, ooh. Oh, Miss, you're a lifesaver. But when you're here already, are you, I don't know, are you busy right now?
I just finished making some potions.
Oh, nice. Because I was thinking, I was alone in my bed and, well, was bored, and I thought, I feel also a little bit lonely, and the candle guys are not really a replacement for talking and conversation. And, well, I thought perhaps I have a really big bed, and I thought we could all sleep together in this, like we do normally every day till I met you guys. Please.
Wow. um. Sure.
Oh, thanks, Mist. And I hug him. Oh, that's so nice. Even though you just have your home, and I turn back a little bit.
Mist has been granted a bed for the first time in months, and he concedes.
It's... Oh,
That is
that's
how
so
good of a
nice.
friend he is.
Yes. Oh, Mist, you're just the best. Oh, okay, let's see if Oroba's also up for a pajama party. Perhaps we can get something off his stash and we have a really nice night. And I go very hyped up to Oroba's room.
That won't be necessary. We can sleep without chemical additions.
Okay. Yeah, of course, I respect your opinion about that.
Well, I can sleep without chemical additions. You guys are welcome to do what you wish.
Oh, thanks, Mist. Still the best. Knock, 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 knock. Oroba! Oroba! I
Diba?
open the door again.
I'm still reading.
I peek my head in there. I hope Miru does the same. Oroba, I know you're perhaps busy, but are you? Or are you high? Hard to tell.
Were these two questions?
Yes.
So yes and yes.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. You're still busy. I was thinking, and Miru and Mister also into the plan. I thought when I was alone in my bed, that we could have a pajama party like every day. Normally we have. We could sleep together. I have a really, really, really big round bed. I think we can fit all together and still have plenty of space. And so much pillows and could be cool.
But this is the first time I have my own bed in months.
Well,
I can't even remember the last time.
Is that a contra argument?
I think for this night I just stay here. I like this room.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Is it perhaps okay if we all stay with you then? In your room?
If you like to read,
Yeah, but yeah.
Miro sticks her head in. Like, can't you just bring the books?
Yeah, good idea, Miru. Can you just bring the books?
I'll help you
Um,
bring them. I'll bring the whole case. That one.
Yeah, I help you too.
but I want to sleep in my bed, and you see this like really small but like still really pompous bed.
Perhaps we can bring it also over? Miru, you are strong, right? I'm still just popping my head out of the door, now looking down to Miru, or even, yeah, perhaps down. I'm not sure. Perhaps she's over me.
I'm normal size.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was
I'm now
thinking.
medium size.
Yeah.
So we're both sticking our head inside her. Like, like a ladder, pop head,
Mhm,
pop head.
mhm, mhm.
I just stand up and come to the door as I reach into my pocket and I hand you something and I just say, so this is so you can sleep very well. You don't need me then.
Well, I don't like you just because of the drugs you gave me. It's more than that,
I
actually.
think I just need some quiet and alone time right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, 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 okay. If you, well, yeah, I respect that. But if you feel bored at some point, just come over. Um, okay,
It's a good idea.
right.
So, are you paying attention to the room itself of Oraba, or just looking at Oraba?
At some point, I will look around a little bit
All right, make a
here and there.
perception.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
You seem to catch only a mere glimpse of a page that Oraba is looking at. It seems to have this particularly horrendous insect-like creature that is monstrously big and really kind of fat and kind of disgusting.
Okay. Interesting. I keep that for myself.
Oh, that is all.
There's an insect on the room.
No, on the page of the book that he's in.
No, on the page of the book,
Oh.
it's a drawing of this
Oh, okay.
monster creature.
Okay.
As they come out of the room, I look
Mhm.
at Klaatu and say, "For the record, it's been
Yeah.
almost 3 years since I slept in a bed.
You, oh,
Just,
uh,
just for the record, there.
so you want to go too, right? You want to sleep in your bed, I guess.
Is your bed at least comfortable?
Well, you can try it. I look if Justin is back.
Do you have
Well,
anything volatile? Sorry.
No, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
Do you have anything volatile in your room?
Volatile?
Something that might explode?
No, of course not. I want to sleep safe. There's even a jacuzzi, a hot tub if you want to.
Well, let's go.
Yes.
As you enter Oraba's room, you find that the room itself seems to sort of shake, almost buckling again under your presence, Mist. But the room is almost a complete opposite of yours. It's
Oraba's
incredible. No, Plato's room.
Okay, that makes more sense. Go ahead.
It's almost the opposite of your room, filled with like carpets and looking like just really, really cozy. And even the bed is full of these very comfortable sheets, and the bed has actually grown a bit larger.
Nice. Perfect.
You said the room shakes when I enter?
It seems to like buckle, tremble a little bit, but then stabilizes. You cannot really see the effect on the walls because it's all covered by this carpeting. But you hear the creaking of stone.
I'll just kind of look at Klaatu and Miru, and kind of mumble under my breath an apology, and then I'll go and investigate this jacuzzi that he keeps talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, it's a very comfortable looking jacuzzi. I'm not sure that you've ever seen a jacuzzi. Closest thing that you could experience would be some sort of thermal vent. And this seems to be, upon your analysis, a sort of artificial replication of such a vent. Seems to be filled with warm water, quite cozy, and with bubbles. This is your very analytical investigation of it.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and strip out of my armor and majority of my clothing and get in the jacuzzi.
Nice.
I stand there in the door and am just so happy that everybody's comfortable in my room. I'm very happy I go and enjoy the vibes.
Sorry. Can you? What did you say, Klaatu?
I say I stand there in the door and really enjoy that Miro and Mist are feeling so comfortable in my room, and just stay there and feel a big amount of joy in that and enjoying the vibes.
As you enter the jacuzzi, Mist, you feel this comfort and this closeness, like your water genasi nature just seems to almost sink and merge with the water itself. It's like you've melted in that moment and have just almost become comfort. It's a bit strange at first, but you instantly get this coziness that almost urges you to sleep.
Wouldn't it
In
make
the
sense for
jacuzzi?
water not to sleep on water though, right? Like water bed.
Dangerous jacuzzi. It's a death jacuzzi.
It must be the most comfortable thing Miss has ever been on. Warm, nice warm water.
No,
It's
I mean,
also his element.
I hope I didn't make it sound dangerous. I was supposed to sound cozy.
Really fun, I guess.
We're just paranoid.
Yeah, we're probably just paranoid.
Okay. As you lay down in the tub, roll initiative.
I just imagine this jumping out of the water, poking it like, what is this comfort?
What?
Yeah, I'll relax in the jacuzzi for a bit.
I hand Mist a neck pillow, which is filled with air, so he won't sink in. Here, take this. I invented it. Normally, it's with skin from a goat, but I find here a much better version. I don't know which material this is. Leather? Could be, yes.
You can make a nature check to deduce what kind of material it's made of.
Out of nothing, inventing stuff.
You don't really know what it is, but it is very comfy. It's like very, very soft. Hey, all right.
Sorry,
This is also
if I'm gonna use it, I want to know what it is.
It's not human skin, don't worry.
Okay, that's what I was worried about.
I figured you would. It seems to be some form of you have actually experienced this before. It's a sort of moth wool.
Ooh, süß. Sweet. Cute.
There are some specific breeds of moths that are used and enlarged to create a sort of wool, and this seems to be of an incredibly soft kind. Like this would be comparable to the medieval cost of silk.
Awesome.
Okay.
So the way that the wool works, the way that the wool trade works in the New World, and this Mist would know, is it is based on these giant moths, and they are genetically bred to have different colors. So there is no process of dyeing. There is only breeding in different types of colors and then mixing them together. And this is, and there are there are like flocks of these with different shepherds that take them around the not the jungle but specific areas that are protected from monsters and predators.
Nice. What a cute job. I want to have it. I want to breed moth. No, that's my goal in my life.
Let me see. I have pictures of those. I just didn't think that you would face them quite this soon. So I'm gonna post one of those moths.
Yeah.
They're very messy, Claude.
Messy? The moth?
Yes.
Oh, why? Like dusty? Or what?
No, they just crap everywhere.
Oh. Well. Yeah, and I also had to sleep outside all the time, right?
Well, while you're taking care of them, I imagine so. I don't know that much about them, but
Oh shit, yeah, I have to
I
take
just-
care of them.
I just know they're a mess.
Oh god. Yeah, perhaps not my goal. I stay with making a bar and finding my loved one. I think that's enough goal for me. Oh, cute.
They're very
Mist, cute.
fluffy.
Oh wow.
You skin these things.
No, the silk. They're spinning silk.
Like a sheep, so it's
Ah,
not.
Yeah,
okay.
that's-
I was
that's-
thinking silkworm. You have to kill them to get their.
You do?
Silkworms. Yeah, you have to boil them
Yes.
to get their silk.
No,
I
these
didn't
these are
realize.
these are more like sheep. These are not,
Okay.
you know.
That's good to know.
Know that.
I didn't know you had to kill silkworms to get their silk. That's
Yeah, you boil them.
Oh,
wow.
oh. Glass
Yeah.
splattering effect over here. Oh.
Yes, ships are better. Definitely ships are better.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, like the bunnies, right?
And llamas.
yeah,
Llamas.
bunnies you have to. Yeah, you have to kill the bunnies.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah, you
think
have
they
to skin
shear
the
them.
bunnies.
Yeah.
Llamas,
Yeah.
you can shear them like sheeps.
Mhm.
What else?
So this is a material that you recognize, mist, and it would be very expensive. Again, you are not sure how exactly they have procured this sort of thing or material. But I believe, Klaatu, that you can see that Mist at least recognizes the material.
So, have yourself a good time. I go to Miru. Miru, let's pillow fight. And I do a pillow fight. We can cut to Jason if we want to.
What pillow fight? Like we fight with pillows? Is
Yes.
yes, and you can see like Miro just grabs a pillow and swings it really fast,
Like this. Oh,
and he hits the wall, and it sorts of crack.
oh god.
Like, are you sure? Seems
Klaatu,
dangerous.
Miru, make a strength check.
Are you sure this thing looks dangerous? Strength check.
Everything is soft here. I'm coming in.
23.
Oh god.
Okay, well, your strength is just completely overwhelming compared to Klaatu. Klaatu is barely able. He cannot even hold on, and he is just knocked onto the ground by the force of this pillow.
Um,
No damage has been done, but you feel this. You feel the force of it,
Oof.
as if you have collided with one of those, like those gym balls. And there are enough videos of people, bumping one of those balls into each other and then bouncing off. Just kind of imagine that's what happens to Klaatu. He's just like flung off with this pillow.
is this how you're supposed to play it? Like hit them into the ground and the wall? Is this how it is?
Yes, totally. I cast bone armor. Let's go.
You
Wow.
shield.
You're gonna cast a spell for this.
The shield cheers Miru on and says, "Bash his head in!"
Mir doesn't get it, so he will do that. I mean, how do you win in this game?
If one concedes.
I'm pretty sure that even the bone armor would just be penetrated and broken by Miru's sheer force.
Oh.
I just find that really funny to imagine Miru hitting this bone armor that is surrounding Klaatu and it still manages to break.
And Mir is like looking at like really confused. Like, are you supposed to fall every time we hit your pillow? Is this how it's done? Like, Miss, is this how it's done? Should we add? Is it 1-on-1? Should we add more players?
Klaatu's just so soft and skinny.
And it's even like the flap of the pillow, the feathers or something is even coming out. Like every hit. Like,
Nice,
or maybe
girl.
it even bursts. Like, oops, that goes one pillow. Wait, let me get another one.
I have enough. All that I can imagine. And a few pillows drop, hopefully.
You're just ruining these priceless pillows with a pillow fight. It's like,
Miss is looking like every pillow worth of, like, how much.
every pillow is worth at least a sweet algae.
Oh,
Oh, that's expensive, guys. You can use bribery for algae. You can get
Okay,
anywhere
that's
with sweet
enough.
algae.
yeah. That's right.
That has become the meme of this campaign.
That's right. Oh, good old
Anywhere,
sweet
anywhere you can go with sweet algae.
Yes. I mean, when you bought these like months ago, you bought like 100 of them or something. So yeah, you have plenty.
Oh
of
yeah,
sweet
I
algae.
still got the list. When you say hundreds, it's actually hundreds. So
Yes. Because you
Miss
actually
gave
spent a lot of
wait,
gold.
more like Miss, not Miss. What was his name? Gave me like a lot also.
Mook. You mean Mook?
Yeah, Mook also.
Oh yeah. Mook had a bunch as well.
Yeah, I had a lot. Really a lot.
All right. Okay.
So what is
Oh,
Jesse up to, perhaps?
Okay. Let's take a 5-minute break. Ooh. I'm gonna need to drink a bit of water, and then we'll go see what Justin is up with Donado.
Okay.
Definitely not a sleepover.
Okay,
I
advertising
mean,
break is going.
you could invite him.
Yeah, I would be up to that.
Huh.
It'll get
I don't know the guy. We'd see.
It's probably not a sleepover, but you never know. Maybe you guys hit it off really well.
Best case, it's going to be a workover.
Oh. What are you planning?
It's probably more exciting for Jazz anyway.
Yeah. What?
I think I still carry some of the items from what's his name? Dagran,
Oh, okay.
right?
The swords and stuff, yeah, probably.
Yeah,
But I can't. I'm
I think I have some of them.
too weak.
I have the dagger.
Only one I have is the sun sword, so.
I have
Then I still have the other sun sword.
And I got the rest of the stuff also. What was it? Mace of Terror, Sunblade, Rusted Dagger, Backstabbing, Wall of Destruction. And I
Ah,
got
you
those.
have the dagger. Okay.
Yes, I got the dagger.
And the other sun sword. Then I have the broken sun sword. Maybe he can repair it.
Oh
I
yeah.
also have a Sunblade that's deactivated.
Oh, then you have my. Okay.
Oh, okay. No, then keep it. I don't have it then. Because I don't want to carry it either, so I just have one of Wonder with me. Which I will never use, I guess.
Yeah, let's see. Whatever Donato's up to, I think Justin's going to be like, yeah, let's do it. Opportunity to learn and all.
Mm-hmm. It is a great place to learn. You just have to alter the room for it.
And Miss just can't wait to get away.
Yeah. That's so sad. But also very reasonable.
I'm just still surprised that you managed to have such wholesome moments inside of this
Yeah.
pretty dark scenario.
I like it too. That's the goal of Tatu.
Wait till Justin comes back with the news.
News?
Martinella out to get someone's head. Someone killed her husband.
Is it Miss though? Is it Miss? Looking at Miss.
Yeah, we don't know.
Nardo suspected it to be, but how would that make sense?
Well,
Who even was her husband? Must have been back on the ship.
Is it not Dagran? It's a different one. It's
No,
different. Definitely not. Okay.
no, not
Jack is a
Dagran.
different one, but also a special.
Dagran is more of the timeline of Wesir and Legion.
I think I might be wearing her husband's armor, which
Oh,
is what's causing this. I don't think it's so much one of our party killed him. I think it's just that I'm wearing his armor.
interesting. And dangerous.
Yeah.
Let's see, I guess. Or hopefully not see it. I mean,
It seems like she knows already.
I mean, I've got a shield upgrade. Maybe I should upgrade my armor back in my room as well.
yeah.
And tuck all the ocean armor back into my bag or something.
I did.
Now that you have the gauntlet, you can go naked just wearing that and still be showing off.
Funny.
Proud of my work, that's all.
I was thinking we did that into the gauntlet, right? Not into the hand. So that's actually in the glove. So I could, even once I repair or get my hand back, I could still use those spells, right?
Yeah, we would need to do some refitting for you to be able to use it as a glove, but
No, I'm
Not
wearing
impossible.
gloves. I'm wearing gauntlets.
yeah, but the gauntlet is filled out. the gauntlet you have is not usable for just armor because it has two mechanisms in it. One that goes into the stem of your arm
No,
for you to.
no. We're miscommunicating here. I am wearing gauntlets on top of the hand that you created for me.
No.
Well, it's
yeah.
gotta be.
Yes, yeah.
Because unless Mateus gives me another way to use that gauntlet, otherwise I'm kind of screwed.
Yeah, but the gauntlet is fixated to the whole build. So yeah, you are right. It is the hull, but it has become the whole body of the whole apparatus.
No.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have needed so many parts, mate.
But you can still put a gauntlet on top of it, or at least
Yeah.
on top of the.
We would need to work. It actually requires me to tinker again to change the gauntlets that need to go on to the mechanisms inside for you to be able to shoot bolts and stuff. So it is a.
So you're saying I'm not able to wear the gauntlets that I was originally wearing over your hand?
Yeah, you could, but you would need me to reattach and detach. You know, first detach and then reattach. It is simple, but they have become the hull. You can't just pull the mechanism out. You need me to do that.
I'm not talking about pulling. I'm not even talking about the mechanism, dude.
Yeah, but it is inside the gauntlet is part of the frame. It holds it, you know?
As long as you didn't fuck with my gauntlets, I'm fine with what we're talking about. Did you fuck with my gauntlets?
No. But yeah, I did.
Jesse, what did you do to my gauntlets?
Where would I get the parts to do a whole hand in the frickin' jungle, man? Of
I don't
course I
know.
used your gauntlets. Your gauntlets are now your fucking hand, and I can
That's not-
detach.
Gauntlets
I
are
can-
gone! Deal with it!
You know, you guys, you don't understand. Those gauntlets were magical. They were a magic item.
Yeah.
If you fucked with them, they may not work anymore.
Oh
Mateus.
no, not in that sense. I didn't fuck with them in that sense. But if you want to put another gauntlet and change it over the mechanism, you need me to do it. So it fits.
I'm just imagining Mist, like if you mess with my gauntlets, I'll come for you.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I don't know the word in English. Wait. Welding. It's welded, you know? Your gauntlets are not fucked, but there's welded parts in there attached to your gauntlet so that it holds the whole body, everything inside it, and that you can move the fingers and stuff.
Okay.
So I would need to break it, change it, dress it, and re-weld it. And you can do that with mending. That is what you did actually with mending. So, if anything, you fucked with your gauntlet. While I gave instructions on how to.
Okay.
And
If
you can wear the hand naked. That's possible as well. But then the mechanism lays bare, and it's pretty much it's going to break.
All I know is if I had known you were fucking with my gauntlets, this would not have happened.
Sorry, mate. I can't just magically make things appear. I need to do it out of things you have. So once Jason gets back, you can ask him to give it back.
All right, I am back.
Now you
Right.
need to make
Feel
me
better?
Okay, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everyone
Alright.
here? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, after that whole trip, and you walked for around 5 minutes until you reach Donado's room. He is busy smithing something, and he turns to a As you enter, he seems to be busy with his back towards you, using some sort of blood magic to physically raise a corpse and pull something out of it, almost as if he is extracting its blood the hard way. You know, like that scene in the X-Men movie where Magneto extracts the iron from this guy's blood, kind of like that. Like he is just pulling the blood out of every pore of this creature. The creature is disfigured beyond recognition.
Wow. I was told you were working late. My name's Justin Mortimer.
He turns, almost startled, and he says, "How did you get here?"
I was brought here by my request. You need me
puts
to be
down-
more specific?
He puts down his sword, and he says, "Ah, yes, you're the guests came over for dinner. I am busy, as you can see."
Oh yeah, I'd love to see more. Please tell me about it.
He drops the body, stopping the procedure, sighs heavily. "What do you want?"
Well, we are curious about another professional. We too tinker with making weapons and designing armors, making hands. Most recently, you made a nice hand out of a gauntlet. You can
There are
shoot
many
darts.
tinkerers or tool makers here. You can go and find one of them. I am busy. Do you want something specific from me, or just watch me work?
Why don't I help you? Actually, I'm pretty sure we could benefit from that and have a little exchange. If we bore each other, then I guess we go.
What do you know?
Anyways.
What do you know of my work?
It seems like you were extracting blood, if I were to assume, for the iron in it, or for its power in its magical attributes, for infusing. I've come across some cultures, yeah, across this continent that dabble with blood rituals. I even procured the tools needed for some rituals.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, it's a funny continent when you think about it. It's all like strongest survives, and at the same time they like try to really get the blood working for each side, using the blood of the enemies, the ones they've tried to consume as well, while consuming their own blood. I find it ironic.
You seem perceptive. Approach.
Thanks. You have a very impressive smithy. It's quite large. Actually, I'd say it's too large for a smith. Like, what do you need all this space for?
It certainly is. It is an enormous room, and it seems to have many mouths for different forges. It seems to be almost impractical, the size of it, not only because of the difficulty of preserving heat, but also just the difficulty of walking from one place to another. There are dozens of these constructs that are working around the smithy, but they seem to be performing very minor tasks compared to his creation, or at least construction. There is a table where he has this dead and disfigured creature, and there is a table next to it, also made of stone, or he is building the basis of a construct.
Candle construct.
Yes, another candle construct.
Ah, I thought someone with your talent would be, I don't know, making a masterpiece after masterpiece, and yet you are here, like, working as a factory, don't you? Making one construct, another construct. One of those candle keepers.
Ramone wastes my talents.
No, clearly he does. Can I make a perception check to see if he has anything smithened on him? Like rings, necklaces, armor,
Sure. Yeah.
maybe even his hammer?
Mm-hmm.
Boop. Ooh, nice.
What is the roll?
24.
24, okay. Yes. Everything about him seems to be handcrafted with incredible care. It does seem like it has been quite a few decades at least that he has made something of actual worth and precision. Like the things that were actually in Mist's room, though you did not see them. These armors are old. They are not rusty, but they also have not been polished in some time. There is an intense, very intense enchantment magic that comes out of each of his items. And his sword, it is almost as if it has been made out of pure conjured arcana.
Oh wow. Yeah. I when I look at you and then I look at what you're doing, I feel sorry. You know, should we do you need to finish this construct by some time? Are you on a schedule?
Martinella has destroyed some of mine, so I'll need to replace them, but I suppose I can stop for today.
Would you consider just going? Let's just go rogue. You have all the materials. Now you have some extra hands. Should we just go and make something? I would just love to know how you actually do this enchantment thing, because clearly everything you wear is beaming with magic, and I have tried for the first time actually today, and I've succeeded, but I found my method to be lacking.
What exactly was your method?
I inscribed gems that could hold certain magic capacities with a magic incantation channeled by arcane users to then be used within the gem with changing results, you know? Some gems will have the capacity to cast a spell many times, while others only once a day, and others recharge, while others deplete completely.
Yes, gems. Frankly, gems are a very unstable form of holding a spell. The best that I've found is blood.
Mm.
With well, in blood magic, you can separate the transition from the arcane to the physical in a way that allows you to extract the essence of the spell, so to speak, and hold it in
Interesting.
physical form. And that is what I do here, or what I have done. And he holds his hammer, and his hammer seems to be fitted in, and you seem to recognize it now in a way that is especially crafted for the purpose of this separating, but at the same time binding. As if a spell could be bound to the very flow of something's, of a construct's system, be it blood or oil or another type of thing. Though his preferred method seems to be oil. Blood.
And does it take a whole fella like that to do that? And I point over to the dried out mess of a body that lies there.
No, this is depends on the spell that you want to put. In this case, it's a simple animation spell. This body has been used. He kind of taps what seems to be or what was once perhaps a foot of the creature. It says this. I've used this one at least 10 times. These are not very complicated spells, but some of these, and he holds out, especially his sword, the sword that it doesn't gleam, it seems to do the opposite, almost as if it sucks in the light around it.
Mm.
Oh.
And says, this one required at least 5 particularly special bloods.
What special bloods then?
Oh, there depends on the bloods. See, the very prized creatures like coatls have different attributes that can be merged, better or not, with spells.
What
I
about
have
blood?
found
What
that-
about blood from a messenger of a proclaimed god? What would we do with that? You know?
Depends. I would need to analyze it first. Wait, have you hunted one of the crab sisters?
Yeah, maybe. What do you know about the Crab Sisters, Tornado? And I have a very cheeky smile on because I enjoy the atmosphere in here, the professionalism and the prospect of a nice project.
He says, I remember good old Nardo brought me once a whole body of one of those. Very curiously magical creatures. They have very, very strong connections to the void.
Yeah. Does that interest you? Does that pique interest?
The void?
No, the blood of them. To make an enchantment. I mean, we have time to go rogue now. We might as well cross something off your bucket list, and I thought I have the blood to do so. I'm sorry
You-
if it's not.
You have the blood. You have killed one of them.
Yeah, it's a great tale to tell. Well, it actually cost me 5 years of living and maybe a future. Here it is. I pull out the vial of yeah,
All right.
the vial of tainted blood by Westir.
He approaches to hold it and says, "That's quite impressive for a mortal."
Ah, there you go. It's not. We were mortal. We were, but we're not.
Oh, no. Don't tell them.
He waves his hand around you as if scanning your blood essence, kind of like uh, in the way that he was extracting the blood. He is doing it, but to a much, much lesser extent. He's only
But
doing it very faintly to see how strongly he can extract your blood. Uh, and
if
as he
if
does so,
he's
go ahead.
if he's doing it to me
Mhm.
because the blood and everything is provided by Legion, does he
Mhm.
actually get the effect or notice that this is already off?
He notices that it's very, very off.
You could have just asked, instead of whirling my blood around.
Doesn't seem to be exactly all your blood.
I would say the same to you looking around this smithy.
You remind me of Goro and how he used to be.
Oh, please. I've only recently met Goro, and I find it hard to believe there's anything human about him. Sorry, humanoid about him. But what exactly are you, Donato?
He turns to it like almost a solemn tone, perhaps regretful, and says, "Well, he wasn't always that way."
Oh. Yeah.
But I am like my companions. You feel like he was going to say brothers, but there is obviously some deep tensions.
Mm. Naruto seemed to think the same way, like some distance growing between every one of you, but let's stay focused on the project, right? What's on your bucket list? What should we do? I have the blood, you have the expertise, I bring some innovation, and we'll see where it goes.
I'm curious about your creativity. What type of weapon do you want?
I
What sort?
hoped, I wished for you to ask. Say no more. Can I? It's going to be loud, all right? And I need to shoot something in the distance without killing anything. And would you please give me, can I? And I put my empty hand out.
Okay.
And I put my empty hand out as if I would aim with my pepper box in my hand, and then I activate my vest of jests, and it zips into my hand, and I take a shot.
Do you shoot at him?
No, I shoot somewhere in the distance where
Okay.
there's no one to be seen.
He acts surprised. He's definitely surprised, and the shot catches him off guard. He says, "That is a very curious contraption. Very." He approaches to analyze it and says, "Very advanced crossbow."
It goes even further than that, since what I'm firing is barely, you could say, pointy in any way. It's bullets. Much like, and I pull out some bearings and show it to him. Much like
Right.
this metal ball. Pretty easy to craft, right? Imagine, you are a professional smithy. How much could you do in a day? 500 if you have the right fit?
Yes, but I
And it only takes up as much as one piece of iron ore.
does, but I thought that we would construct something a bit more complicated than just a ball bearing.
Yeah, now this is the resource of what I shoot. So here's the thing that actually does the propelling and explosion ignition system. And I show him the pepper box and I explain the chambers, the ignition, the process behind it. Yeah.
He is incredibly fascinated, and you can see by his reaction that his technology level is at least 100 to 200 years old. He has not seen a firearm ever.
I noticed that, and I'm going to leave something, or shouldn't I? Because I like him, but I hate what they're doing. Let's give them muskets. Why not? Let's give them muskets. How many do I have? 4. So I pull out an arquebus
Okay.
after he inspects the pepper box, and I notice him being like, "Oh wow, what technology can achieve?" I pull out an arquebus and say, "So, I thought for us and for your expertise to really make sense, and for me to bring in innovation, we're going to work on this." And I pull out 2 arquebuses, and I say, I mean, it's nice for both of us to take something away from here if it's going to be profitable. Let's try to do something with this. If we succeed, you're going to keep 1, and I'm going to keep 1, right? And if we fail, they break. It's fine. I still have 2 others that we then get to share.
Okay. He starts analyzing it, passing his fingers along the wooden part of the arquebus, and then the chamber, the not the chamber, the panel, not
Flint.
the pipe,
The
the pipe.
flint. The pipe of the
Yeah,
flint.
the pipe, then the flint, analyzing the whole thing, and says, "I usually make things out of iron. Iron and steel are quite rare here, but wood Wood can even help with the enchantment. It's easier to infuse wood than iron.
Well, that's great.
So you want one of these? Or one of that? Pointing to either the arquebus or the pepper box. Or
You know
something else.
what? You know what? Why don't we try for me to work on the pepper box, and for you to make this arquebus work? What do you say?
Okay. Are you showing a particular defensiveness towards the pepper box?
Towards him? No, I don't.
Okay.
I think he actually is a professional. I inside check him. Now you made me.
Yeah.
Now you-
Okay.
That fucker. What's he up to? What's he going to do with my weapon? Let's inside check him.
Okay.
It's a 20.
Okay. With the 20, he he would like to tear the weapon apart to study it. He doesn't want to do anything harmful. He was more looking if you have any particular attachment towards the gun, because to learn from it, he would like to tear it apart.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that. Don't you dare. I know that I do this I do it the whole time. I did it to your weapon. Did you notice? I wanted to take it apart as well. But if you take it apart, it's going to take a while for me to assemble it back, I fear. And that's not good. I mean, we can actually work on it and apply the blood and stuff from outside of it. This pepper box as well has a wooden handle, so all right, we can infuse it. Even though my vision was for maybe one of the chambers to be enchanted, so that it becomes I don't know, a stronger shot, right? Once in every rotation. And for the arquebus, and I look at the rifle, I'd say you can take that apart. Don't worry about it. It's the one you are going to keep. We don't need to do the enchantment if you'd rather study it.
Okay. He says, I will need to tear it apart to build a new one. I don't have the molds for it.
Yeah, I was expecting that. That's fine. Then maybe it makes more sense to just work on my pepper box and you just to have fun with the arquebus until I come back.
He snaps his fingers, and instantly a group of 10 of these constructs converge towards him, dimming a bit their candles as they approach. And he says, "These are my best assistants.
Greetings.
Let's get to work. What exactly do you want to try to infuse? Maybe an evocation spell?"
Well, since first of all you have more experience with this kind of blood, what is it going to do? Because I was scared to even use it on my own.
The things I could do with this. I've made some of Nardo's arrows, and they are quite potent. Making a whole arquebus, as you call it, would be very interesting. Let's start then, but first let's start with one of these little balls. If we make one of them that is able to activate, perhaps a fireball? Or are you thinking more of an ice shard?
Oh yeah, you're going for the all-out attack, but if the thing I'm looking for it is for it to do it constantly, you know? I don't need this bullet to do it once. I need this barrel, and I point at one of the 6 barrels on the pepper box. I need this barrel to give whatever is put inside it more power. If it is fire, nice. If it is ice, nice. I'm not picky about it. But if it would be sustainable, That would be a great masterpiece, you know? Because the force is already deadly. We're not looking for it making a big explosion or creating a big ice shard. No, no, no. We need it to be more deadly on the impact.
Elemental evocation infusion.
That is why I came to the master. I know how hard it sounds.
He is totally taken in by your flattery. And you recognize this. Like he is there is a point to him that is almost out of control because of the flattery.
Because of the change in his fucking work.
Also
Must be-
because of that. Like he is just excited to do something that is not it.
Yeah.
He says,
And
"Alright,
I've brought the best shit for him to go all out.
servants," he says, "bring me a body." And two of the constructs leave and return in around 5 minutes, holding a live null.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is gagged and bound, clearly screaming, with his screams clearly being muffled by the gag.
Nice.
Looking for more elemental infusion.
You did.
What?
I have
What?
more blood, you know.
What element do you want? Well, he says, we need a base for the coating. This vial is very good, but it will not fulfill the entire requirements. So we are going to coat the barrel with something to hold the spell, and this vial will be infused onto the metal that casts the spell. There is a difference between the two. So we're gonna need this one for this barrel. Probably not the whole thing, but obviously the body can be reused.
How much thickness? And I go off into like the details of how much thickness it's going to add. The coating is going to add to the barrel, so I can start scrapping away some, and I'm going to disassemble the pepper box and get the one barrel we need.
He goes into the specifics. He will ask what type of damage, and he will point at different organs of the body to present different types of damage. Mind, like the brain, being psychic damage, the liver being cold damage, stomach being fire, pointing at those things.
Hmm. What would be lightning? The spine? The legs? What would be lightning damage?
The spine.
All right. So Justin
The-
goes and says, "Yeah, lightning damage would be nice. Should I do the
the
honors?"
the constructs turn over the knoll, and Donado feels the back of his neck and says, "Right here." He points basically between two of the topmost. Damn, I am lacking the anatomical term. Sorry.
Don't worry. The topmost part of the spine.
But basically between some of the two bones near the top of the neck, and he points and kind of almost he does not grab your hand. He is very wary also to keep a certain professional distance, but he will move in a way that allows you to touch it as well, for you to feel it.
Oh
And
yeah.
and you can feel almost the pulsing of the nerves. It's incredibly faint for you, but to him, he can definitely feel it quite obviously. It says,
Wow.
"This is what we cut then." He extends his hand, and one of the constructs gives him a knife. It is a sort of sacrificial knife, but instead of being made out of obsidian, it is made out of mithril. And he himself has made it. You have no idea how he found the mithril, but he managed to find it.
You just
And
keep surprising me.
he starts cutting and making the incision, extracting
I see. It needs to be
his
severed from the clivus, and then you make a cut at the cervical, and wow! Spinal cord vertebrae. I've never seen one laid open and that nicely intact.
he, again, being very pleased with the flattery, he starts cutting the ribs, and then, in one swift motion, pulls out the entire spinal cord.
Yeah.
And in this motion, obviously, the gnoll just dies. His screams being finally quieted, even though right now they were more closer to a whisper, just because of the enormous pain that he must have suffered.
I imagine Justin being such a student, I was having my hands in there as well. I was holding back the flesh so he was able to cut more nicely and stuff.
Absolutely no empathy from Justin. It is also a gnoll, so it's not that good of a creature, but yeah. So he separates the spine in a way that extracts only the primary nerve, and that is exactly the point that he wants. With blood, he starts jump-starting it with electricity, and you can see how that is the part of the body that channels the entire electricity to it. He does the whole process of melting it with part of the iron. It's melting basically this tiny little tube, basically using the entire of the spine to make this tiny little tube just to fit precisely inside of the pepper box with very close attention. Basically, this will go on for at least 3 hours, as he is working on this with a lot of dedication, and he seems to be very thoroughly enjoying himself as he is doing this.
Yeah,
In
both of us, man.
In the final part, he asks for the blood of the vial of blood of the crab sister.
Yep.
And makes the innermost coating. And as he does, he casts, raising his hand upwards, he casts the spell Lightning Bolt. As he does, it is channeled into the pipe itself. You see for a moment that he raises the body, he raises the blood of the dead gnoll in a way that captures the lightning bolt that is cast from his hand and separates and does this act of separation of the arcana from the spell itself. And you see this glimpse, and to you it is incredibly beautiful, especially because of the detect magic that you have permanently on. You see the essence of the spell Lightning Bolt being almost manifest and channeled into the pipe itself. And it holds there after a moment, almost exploding in the tension, the power of the spell itself, but it is able to hold. The rest of the blood being discarded away. And he
You
says,
made it.
this now is impure. And the blood, he merely like waves it to the floor, and it is drained away through this sort of aqueduct-like system that exists on the ground to capture the excess fluids and blood and such, and drain them away. The
Wow.
pipe is made.
We actually did it. Donato.
He looks incredibly pleased with himself as he does. He says, Yes, we did.
Only one thing left, right? And
Try
I start to assemble the pepper box while I say it.
He says to try it, and he snaps his fingers, and again, another knoll is brought out before you. Go ahead.
You want to do the honors? I'll show you how it's done.
Okay, all right. He is very pleased with this. He holds it.
Right, no, don't hold it like that, mate. You're going to kill yourself. Hands off the trigger. Finger off the trigger. Finger off the trigger. All right, you got it. All right.
He
Ease up.
clearly like, looks with his eyes right into the barrel, and he is fully unaware of the dangers of holding a gun.
Yeah, I put my finger in behind the trigger, so like the newbie thing, holding hands like that, so he can't pull the trigger. All right, you're like, yeah, you never do that. You know, there's gun safety regulations. I came up with a little handbook, but it never was printed. You're not to blame. Look, so like this, you hold it like this. You pull back there, yeah, and that's left to it. Is don't straighten it fully, or rather over push it, like push really the bone against your wrist, right? All right, you got it. And then you pull the trigger. 3, 2, 1.
All right. He shoots it, and it captures. It captures the ball as it is shot. Captures part of the lightning essence, and it runs straight into the creature. Now, this is a choice that I'll give you as the player. There are two options because of the infusion of the lightning bolt. One is the spell does 1d6, the bullet, or once this is shot, it deals 1d6 extra lightning damage, but it can pierce to a target immediately behind it. And the second one is it will not pierce, but it will deal 4d6 extra lightning damage.
So what was it? 2d6 and it pierces. 4d6 it doesn't pierce.
It's 2d6 and it pierces, or 4d6 and it does not pierce.
I'll take the 4d6 doesn't pierce.
Okay, all right. He shoots it, and well, let's see. He will shoot with advantage. This is gonna be a dexterity.
So he would be the damage.
Okay, right. Okay.
And he hits.
Okay, all right. So that is a 20 because he has never shot a gun before. Even though he is being helped, it ends up hitting the creature straight onto the chest, and the lightning ripples from it, and even though the creature just succumbs to the enormous pain that it suffers.
And it's once in 6 shots that I can do that, because it's only one barrel. Nice.
And he laughs to himself as he shots it, clearly feeling this high. And again, like as if his blood pumps again for the first time in decades, he says, "Whoa, that makes me feel alive!"
Yeah, it was supposed to, yeah. Nice, and you hit it. Very talented.
Whoa, that feels good. Ha! I can see why you like these sorts of things. And the thunder, oof!
Yeah.
Impressive thing.
Your work is I think you clearly blew his chest open. Nice shot. Very great work.
I am
And-
sure I did. Waste of a heart, but I can get more.
Yeah, I guess. Don't worry about it. I hope, like, I mean, it's pretty late now. I should probably head back to the rooms. Do you mind? I was told if I should ask you if you could get me back to the rooms. I guess they don't like people wandering about here, you know. You open a door to the butcher's room or whatever.
Well, it's more likely that you'll get lost or.
Find Martinella? Oh no. Thanks no.
Yes, or, well, I was thinking more that Cecilia is more likely to try to eat you.
Oh, she had her chance at the dinner table, but she kept herself tamed.
He looks at you very surprised. He says, "Impressive. Who kept her in check?"
Ramon did, of course.
Makes sense. All right. He claps twice, and one of the constructs moves in front of you, and it is oozing, carrying this. Wait, 1 second. Okay, carrying this strong conjuration essence in it, and he says, This one will take you to your room. It was a pleasure to meet you.
I
Jess.
can only say the same, and I hope we meet again. And next time you have all the fits for the arquebuses ready. But please promise me one thing. Don't mass manufacture them like you mass manufacture that. Please try to return to your original works. They're so much more worthy of your time.
It has been. I have been filled with this drudgery for so long.
Well, then, how about you come visit me next time? We plan on establishing a little smithy at a port somewhere. It's not going to be as pompous as that, but if the two of us, I guess we'll manage.
Perhaps we will. Perhaps we will. Did you introduce yourself as Justin or Mr. Mortimer or
Aston
how?
Mortimer. I said my
Yeah.
whole to him. I said my whole name.
Okay. You will say, "Pleasure. I will take you on that offer, Justin Mortimer."
All right then.
Look forward to shooting that again.
I bet you do. Plenty of targets here, right? And I turned very serious as I said that last sentence.
He turns very serious as well and says, "Yes."
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but I really admire your craft, and if we are of any help with Klaatu, you know, we can talk about it. Yeah, that's all. That's all. I don't want to get in your business. You're clearly a busy man.
I am. I don't know Ramon's intentions. You should not trust them.
Yeah, clearly he parades us around for some of his plans.
Do beware of Martinella. She is still grieving.
Nardo couldn't remember her husband's name. Can you?
He he will make a history check.
Because she was talking. Oh,
Mm.
she was yelling in the hallway that she wanted to kill the murderer of her husband.
His name was Arturo. Arturo Bon.
Oh,
I
do I
needed
do I
to.
recall that name from Goros's book?
You're gonna need to make a history check as well.
All right.
Yes, that is the correct spelling.
Nice. First try. Easy.
Easy. Oh,
Oh,
him and
wow.
me. Him and me. Him and me.
It is,
guys
and you do remember, and it is a part of the book that is somewhat obscured, a bit difficult to understand, but it talks about this sad night with the Yuan Ts, and that was where they lost a lot of their crew.
Oh, yeah, he
In,
was mentioned, yeah. Yeah. All right, that rings some bells. Thank you. I guess that helps to clear up the foggy vengeance that's hovering over her.
Okay. You can also ask a history-related question because of the natural 20. What would you?
Does the book point out in any way that Ramon was establishing dominance, like he was gathering people? Like there was Goros' troop and then there was Ramon's troop, or
The idea for what led to the sad night was Ramon's idea. It was his.
oh, oh, I look at Donado, I say, are you telling me that Ramon is letting Martinella run through this castle like a labyrinth all the time? She's not actually trying to find us. Donado, you really have to get out of here. You'll be the next one to run through labyrinths as soon as you stop making these fucking constructs.
That is part of the reason why I made so many.
Oh man.
To protect myself, should the time come.
Oh, so you saw all of us. You saw us coming. You are commanding them, right? I noticed that they are able to pick up on some
There is
things.
there is a lot of information that they send, and not all of it is relevant. I did not pay attention to you. I thought that you were going to be dinner, not.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Well,
But did they not tell you that Morty was found? Did they not tell you?
they told me, but frankly, I never really knew the character, and
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
can't really say that I had more important things to do, but I just did not care, really.
Well, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's just be glad that I cared enough today to come here.
I am. I am.
I'm saying there's chances in caring, but I totally understand not picking up on them all the time, especially not if you're in important work. But you really need to think your work over, man. All right, you said this device will take me home?
He says, self-preservation is the most important work one can do.
I think you're immortal.
Not to each other.
Hmm.
Go now.
I
And
go now. Yeah.
And with this, he clearly wants the conversation to end. Like the conversation clearly took a sour turn for him, and he wants it to end.
That's fine. Before I leave, I'm going to I gave him an arquebus. I have to detach that. Mm. Oh, I can't toss him that. But I can yeah. I toss him a vial of human blood, which is from Cirrus.
Oh, okay, all right. He will say, "Thank you."
Another one of Wesir's spawns.
Pure human blood is rare. Most humans here are tainted. Thank you.
Well, be careful with that. As soon as you open it, it might taint as well. The guy was human, but then became Voicier's pawn. So this is a, once in a lifetime opportunity.
I think Leto's dogs had an issue with Wesir. I remember that name.
Thank you. I might chat her up with that, but
Talk to her.
don't be too sour about it, and have your fun with the arquebus and all of it. I hope to see you strive.
I will. I will. And with this, the construct teleports both you and itself to the front of your door.
Oh, as soon as I appear, I go like, what? Wow, that's insane. Oh my god. Anyone awake?
You hear, I think, fighting noises from my room. I
Okay.
guess.
I mean, total, because of this construct, it took 4 hours. So 1 hour of walking and
yeah.
3 hours for the construction of this thing.
Oh,
This is just to settle the time. It should be around maybe perhaps midnight, one in the morning. If
Yeah.
you're still in the pillow fight,
Oh,
that's
no,
fine
no.
by me.
No, I don't think I could stand fighting 4 hours. I think after 10 minutes, I'm pretty broke.
Perhaps
I'll go check the
Oraba.
rooms.
Perhaps only Oraba is up because of his studies.
I just go and check the rooms. I go first in the new room, which I assume is Mist's. Like, I'm very curious about that. Open it up. Look inside. Deity. Alright, no one's in there. Meh. I go to the
You
next
do
room.
see the same effect of the deity's constant non-faceness, but attempting to morph itself into a face.
In that case, Justin goes, I knew it. But it's fine, alright. And I go to the next room, which I don't know.
Miru would be.
Miru is
Empty
also empty.
as well.
I think you would reach Oraba before you reached Klatus.
Alright, open Orobus door.
Oraba, you are still studying the book.
Yes.
Hey, Orba.
Hello, Justin. You're back?
Oh man, I'm so back. It's insane around here. We need to tell everyone, man. Where are they? No,
I think they are having some kind of slumber party.
No, really. Everyone gets their own rooms and they go and cuddle up together.
Yeah, Claude was alone, I guess. You know him.
Oh, it was his idea. I would thought Miru was the one. All right. Well, anyway, you need to come listen to all of that.
Okay, I also have some very concerning stuff I found in this book.
Ooh, nice. It's the blood alchemy one, right?
Yeah, and there's some really crazy stuff written here.
Do you think you're going to use it?
Not even just about the alchemy, but also about this island, this continent, and its history. And I think it also explains how the owners of this castle got how they are.
Oh,
I
nice.
just take all my notes and show him like, yeah, I had a nice quiet evening.
Oh shit! Wow. We should. Yeah, let's go head to the others and share that with everyone. So we go to Klatus' room. Hello? Are you up?
You see a
If not, get up.
you see a 7 foot port of pillow.
Yeah.
Hi, with Miro on top, like yawning.
And like some arm, an arm and a leg of Klaatu in between the mountain. Oh wow!
And I'm
Like
still in the hot tub. The jacuzzi.
Oh, I
Aren't you
can't
kind
believe
of
it.
wrinkly now?
it's a water genasi.
Yeah, that's right. It's his element, actually.
You're not wrinkly right now.
He is less wrinkly now.
Yeah, maybe, or about you go check on the water, Jenna, see if he's wrinkly from the water yet. And
So I've actually got steam coming out of my head.
He
you
is
got the same.
enough.
He's the same temperature right now.
Yes.
All right, I'll go and crush the fort. I go jump in and try to wake up everyone like that. All right, are you up?
What?
Oh,
Oh, Justin, you are here. Wanna crash?
no, we need to talk. Well, maybe I crash, but first we need to talk. While you guys were sleeping, Oroba was studying up his book and found out why these people your friends turned to what they are right now, maybe, and about this continent. And I found out more crazy stuff about this castle and its inhibitors.
Okay.
And also, I got to make some great stuff with Donato. He's a great guy. Really like him.
Slow, please. I took some of our bus stash and was sleeping. What is going on? Miru, are you awake? Miru?
When you were sort of in between the fourth pillow, so the fourth pillow just crashes like what? Feathers everywhere. Like,
Miru, we have talking to do.
oh, what? Are we continuing?
I don't know.
And he was like raising one of the pillows.
Is Oroba here?
Yeah, I brought him with me. Yeah, it's all of us now. If
Oh,
Mist wakes up, we're ready.
You're here. We should do this pillow fight thing. So basically you hit somebody and they lie on the ground.
Yes.
It's fun, and then they have to stand up, and then you hit them again, and then they lie on the ground or on the wall. It's
All right,
quite
yeah. Stop. I
interesting.
refuse. I refuse.
Oh, but if
And
Justin
I'm
or
not
Oroba
awake. I'm not asleep.
takes participant in that, I could win actually.
All right, maybe we just listen to Oroba first, and then you feel like if you're still up for games, you
Guys,
listen to
it's
me.
9.
Yeah,
9 p.m. It's late. No, that was
Yeah.
the player talking.
yeah. Maybe we should cut. But
Yeah.
maybe we should talk and then cut. I don't know. What do you guys say?
I mean, we guy could make it fast and just basically just relay what Matteo said earlier, what I find in the book.
It depends on if you just want to relay or actually have a conversation about that. But
I think a conversation would be nice.
Yeah, I
maybe
feel like a conversation would be better because that's very game changing.
Okay, all right. Let's stop here then. This was a very full session.
Yes.
Yeah.
How much
so
has happened?
yeah, we can stop here and pick it up next week. Is Monday good for everyone?
Next week, on Monday is the 9th. All right.
I should really be used to like checking my schedule every single time. Like, wait. Tuesday, Wednesday,
You can Tuesday and
Monday.
Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Then
Monday.
let's stick with Monday,
Yeah.
Alright.
the 9th,
Okay,
same
well,
time.
yeah, if Monday works for everyone, then that's great.
Yes.
Niklas,
Alrighty, yeah, that works for me.
Perfect.
Jeff. Okay.
Sure.
Nice. Then Monday the 9th.
Okay then. I can't wait to hear the conversation we're gonna have after all of this. Also, Justin sounds so excited.
Yeah, we need to battle. We need to battle soon. I want to see the gauntlet and I want to shoot my lightning damage.
Well, maybe bump into Martinello on purpose and have a.
No.
Maybe not.
Right now, I'm not sure if she's the actual only ally we have. If it would come down to shit, you know? Because he didn't reply to. He took too long to reply to me saying that she's being kept prisoner by Ramon, actually, because she makes Ramon responsible since he led the mission, which I remembered. Did you record the session, Jeff?
Yep.
Ah, thank God, because I fear I forget all that. Until
There's a
next
lot
week.
of information in this session, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Stop the
lot of
recording
stuff.
now, so I know that I talked about it in the end.
All right, so I will log off now.
Yeah.
Thank you for the session. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
thanks.
nice. Thank you, guys.
Until next week.
Next
Yeah,
week.
see you next
Bye,
week.
guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh, such a nice change from the jungle to Ravenloft's castle. I like it.